With the hype around the iPhone 14 now settling down, and with pre-orders being less than expected, we were a bit surprised by some key points, notably some of the new innovative features that Android users will find all too familiar. Well, hello guys, welcome to House of Tech. Hit that like and subscribe button to get new updates about gadgets and tech every day. Let's take a look at the top 5 features that Apple's iPhone 14 stole from Android. The debut of the Dynamic Island along with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max was possibly the most talked about news during Apple's Far Out event. Since the release of the iPhone X, everyone has been calling for Apple to remove the notch. It's still present on the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus, but from the perspective of Apple wanting to provide a feature that differentiates between its non-Pro and Pro devices, it makes sense. While the Dynamic Island may appear to be a groundbreaking new feature, which in some instances can be claimed, LG actually arrived first with the LG V10 in 2015. LG introduced the second screen to give users a different method to interact with their notifications. Without using the main display, users could configure shortcuts for contacts, monitor incoming notifications, and manage any music that was playing, thanks to the second screen. Sound familiar? About the notch, we all knew that Apple wouldn't use it forever. It was only a matter of time before the company made the revolutionary decision to use a hole-punch selfie camera cutout. Apple had to alter the modules it uses because of the different sensors that are integrated into the notch, and in fact there are actually 2 cutouts. One of them houses the selfie camera, while the other contains the proximity sensor and any other components Apple employs for Face ID. With the Huawei Nova 4, Huawei became the first company to completely do away with the notch when it introduced the hole-punch selfie camera in 2018, a mere 2 hours before Samsung's announcement of the Galaxy A8s. And in recent times, it has been more difficult to find a smartphone that in fact doesn't include one. Many of the top Android smartphones are included in this, namely the Galaxy S22 series, Pixel 6, Asus Zenfone 9, and others. Another feature that Apple has taken an eternity to adopt from their Android counterparts was the always-on display, a feature which allows users to quickly and easily see the time and any unread alerts and notifications at a glance. This of course has been enjoyed by Android users for years and first done by Samsung in 2016 with the Galaxy S7 series. And as Apple would have it, this feature is only made available to their Pro models. It's still remarkable that Apple waited so long to implement faster refresh rates and dynamic refresh rates, considering how long Android users have enjoyed this privilege. ProMotion was created because we anticipated Apple would substitute dynamic refresh rates with some fancy marketing word. The iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max from last year were the first Apple devices to feature this, but they could only refresh the screen between 24Hz and 120Hz. It was with the release of the iPhone 14, however, that Apple decided to turn things down even more by now having their displays refresh all the way down to 1 Hz compared to only 24. The obvious benefit of this would be that with the inclusion of the always-on display, battery life wouldn't drain as fast when static content is displayed as it doesn't need frequent refreshing. So as you might have guessed by the theme of this video so far, 2 of the first smartphones to offer dynamic refresh rates between 1 Hz and 120 Hz were the OnePlus 9 Pro and Oppo Find X3 Pro, and has since appeared on other top smartphones like the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro line right now. If you were able to endure the entire Far Out event, you may have become a little distracted by the several commercials highlighting the positive effects that the Apple Watch and iPhone have had on customers' lives. However, this is one new feature that everybody should be grateful to Google for when introducing the Pixel back in 2020. In March 2020, Pixel users received a feature drop that included the addition of car crash detection to Android, and while this will trickle down to other Android manufacturers, as it stands, Google and Apple are currently the only 2 smartphone makers offering this feature. While all of these new features will surely satisfy Apple users, is it finally time to admit that the copying of innovative features is a two-way street? Or will Apple continue to promote itself as the only revolutionary company? Let us know down in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching, we'll see you tomorrow.